What is up there, boys and girls of that humble internet? My name is Ryan, aka the Ryeman. Welcome to even more of Ryeman's Bizarre Adventures of Katawa Shoujo. The ending is in sight, folks. If I had to hanker a guess, I want to say, at the pace that I seem to go, if this current episode is not the last of Act 3, the next one probably is, and then then it's anyone's guess. If I had to take an actual guess as to how many episodes are possibly left. Alright, I'll say maybe 2 for Act 3. And Act 4 is then just the culmination of all of our choices, whether or not we got a good ending. If it's a good ending that we're going towards, I want to say that'll probably be another 4. Let's say 5. 5 or 6. I'll make it a prediction now. It'll be like 5 or 6 episodes left. We're going to find out today. Tomorrow. I don't know. We're finishing up our vacation. Coincidentally, this is funnily timed because I'm doing this at like 9 o'clock at night. I'm going to bed soon. The melatonin is kicking in. And then that's the end of my actual small little vacation. Then I'm going back to work. It's going to be fun times at work. I enjoy what I do. You have any idea how weird that is? I wake up early in the morning. And I'm like, alright, let's put on our suit and let's go do security work. I lucked out in finding something I enjoy. You see, I have weird sleeping patterns, so sometimes I would wake up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then my brain doesn't really want to go back to sleep because then it's afraid of oversleeping. Right? But I don't mind. It's a good thing. I hope all of you have found work that you honestly enjoy doing. I'm lucky enough that this has somewhat decent pay, could be more, but what job doesn't have people wishing it could be more, and good benefits. I'm really putting myself in a good vibe here right now. It feels good knowing that this is just a hobby, this YouTube stuff. I can wake up and know that I have steady work. And I wish that on more people. I hope you have some enjoyment in your work and good fortune in what you're doing. Now that we're all calm and happy and wholesome, let's continue on our ventures on a visual novel experience where I feel a strong urge to push Misha onto this track and have her electrocuted by the third rail before the train comes along and knocks her out. A return. That turned super dark. A return trip to the school keeps getting delayed. Oh wait, I read this at the end of my last episode. The morning after, we missed the train by a single minute, and then the next 2 don't arrive. We missed the 4th train because I wandered off to get a drink in the meantime. Shizune wasn't very happy about that. She probably should have just left my ass. Oh, that would have been cold. By the time I finally get back to my room, I feel so tired, even though I spent most of the ride back sleeping. I can't say it's only because of today. This seems like a familiar symptom of traveling. It's not the first time it's happened. If no one has beat me to it, I could do a thesis on it. Maybe getting in a medical journal. Returning from a trip syndrome. Not very creative. I fall asleep before I can think of a better name. There's only 2 people that usually pound on my door. It's either Misha, or it's our homeboy Kenji, aka the younger version of Shizune's father. A loud knock on my door wakes me up only a few hours into my nap. I'm annoyed because I've just been in the middle of a dream that I can't remember, having been woken up in the middle of it. But I'm sure it was a good one. I briefly wonder who it could be, but it's not like I get many visitors. I'm sure it's Kenji. I hope he's just rolling out the welcome wagon and not going to hit me up for money again. If that was the case, I'd almost be touched. Not touched enough to fight off the urge to roll over and go back to sleep, though. What? No second knock? Maybe it wasn't Kenji. Usually that guy would just be constantly pounding at the door. A few hours after that, I wake up again and immediately spot an envelope on the floor. It must be something that came in the mail when I was away. That's Shizune and Misha's department, so I wonder if they dropped by to give it to me. Or maybe someone filled in for them in their absence and told Kenji to pass it along. There's no chance if that envelope is closed, there's no chance in hell it was Kenji. That motherfucker would have gone through my mail. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I recognize this envelope. We're about to get hit by a fuel train. When I picked it up, any remnants of sleepiness in me instantly vanish. Even if the name of the sender wasn't on it, I would have known whom it was from by looking at the envelope itself, realizing why it looked so familiar, by recognizing the delicate handwriting addressing it. It's from Iwanako. At first, I can't believe it, but it wouldn't be too hard for her to track me down if she wanted to. Of course, I hadn't thought that she would want to. She was maybe my girlfriend for all of 5 seconds. After all, we barely spoke to each other. It would be too easy to put this letter away somewhere and forget about it. A part of me wants to do that, or throw it away unread. Why would I want to do these things? I don't know. Well, it would be too easy to do them. Easier than to read it. But we're gonna fucking read it, because God forbid we go through something without drama. Slitting the envelope open with the tip of a pen, I'm surprised by the length of the letter that spills out. Dear Hisao, how are you? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm vibing too much from melatonin slowly kicking in. I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second-year class got put together in Class 3-1 for the final year. So we were pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The mood among the third year seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Takebana. I'm going to assume it was Takebana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after our second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. The small talk makes me feel nostalgic. It almost like I'm in the hospital again. Every now and then Iwanako would drop by and give me the gist of what's going on in the class that, even then, I had an inkling that I would never return to. Wait a minute. If she did keep visiting us in the hospital, that would mean that she has been our girlfriend for more than 5 seconds, my gamer. Does that stuff all suddenly become void or on pause when you're in the hospital? Is that why Jodies exist in the military? Do people think relationships go on pause when people go away? I will ask my military friends at a later point. I am probably putting too much thought into something that has nothing to do with literally anything. It's so weird to think that we are already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. I wonder where we're in. So wait, now we're seniors? I thought we were already seniors. I have lost complete track of time. I thought we were getting ready to graduate high school. It really does seem like high school never ends in Japan. Especially in Japan. It's like 80% of your existence is high school, according to anime. I wonder where it went. The new first years seem so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. The truth is, the times when I visited you at the hospital made me worried about you. I'm not talking about your health. You seem to become more distant and disheartened. It was natural after something like that happened. I'm sure, but somehow I got the feeling that you had given up on something back then. Happiness, maybe? I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I'm really sorry for not being able to support you when it mattered most, even though I like you so much. At least now, finally, I can be more honest. Here it comes. What a convenient time for her to rediscover her sincerity. Well, even as I think that, I know she's right. Distant and disheartened is a good way to describe it, and maybe I had given up too. It weighs on my heart when I think back to when I was lying in the hospital, feeling so bitter when she finally stopped showing up. I wasn't surprised. I had no right to be. How could she not stop? How could she not stop coming when it was the only expectation I had of her? She dropped by for all of 6 weeks after the incident. 6 weeks is still pretty good, right? If I drifted away from her, it was because I could feel her already moving herself away from me the moment she showed up. If I could go back to those quiet days in February and March, I'd tell you not to give up on yourself. That's what I would say. Maybe you wouldn't have drifted so far away if I had just said something. I hope you managed to get back on your feet on your own. Now that the distance between us is also physical, it also feels more final, somehow. I wonder if we will meet again. Perhaps it is for the best if we don't? Still, if you would like to correspond with me, by all means write me back. I'd very much like to hear about your new school and how you're doing. I wish you all the best. Sincerely, Iwanako. You know, maybe it's because we're at the final season and this is the final time I'm going to be reading any letter from this woman. But I feel like it's time. Iwanako, I forgive you for nearly killing my boy Hisao. You seem like you're being very genuine. And even though you basically are implying that, this isn't going to work out, you really do still feel like you're wanting to be somewhat part of the boy's life and being a friend, wanting to hear about his new adventures. I wonder if there ever was any kind of addition to these stories. If it would have been interesting if Iwanako decided to show up in person. Ooh. Now there's something interesting. Iwanako showing up, having never given up on you, always having cared about you. And she shows up and just... Hanako then has to fucking murder her. It's a strange feeling. I know that I'm never going to hear from her again. Well, that's on you. Honestly, it really seemed like she has no quarrels over being pen pals. If she really wanted to keep in touch, she would have picked a medium-like snail mail to do it through. If she could get my address, then my email or phone number wouldn't have been too much more work. Had she wanted them. This is only a goodbye. I exhale, only just now becoming aware that I've been reading with bated breath. Now who's being distant in Wanako? Maybe it really is for the best. For her to pick up a pen and write this letter to me, it can only be because she felt guilty about how things ended. That if she was hurt by how we floated out of each other's lives makes me feel a sort of wistful happiness. I almost want to thank her, and I only don't because I know she wouldn't want me to reply. Well, I don't know. Things seem different in Japanland. This is all coming from a guy who has still yet to send out snail mail to his parents. Hisao? There's a knock at my door. Then it opens anyway, about a millisecond later. Forgot to lock it, stupidly. And there we have it. There's your drum roll for the one, the only, Kenji-san. Sup, man? Why's your door open? I run to the door faster than it's probably medically safe for me to do so I can prevent Kenji from seeing the mountains of pills just a couple of feet away from him, blocking from his sight only by the door. Then there's the letter I'm holding. If he asks about it, I don't think I could make up anything convincing. About 2 feet away from him, I realized that his vision is so bad that it probably would never be... It's probably never an issue. He didn't even see me about to practically tackle him through the door frame. Hey! What the hell, man? What are you talking about? Your room has 1 billion locks on it, yet you just barge right through other people's doors? You didn't even wait a second after knocking before you tried the door. It was like simultaneously. You were already opening the door while you were knocking on it. See? That's exactly why I have all those locks. It's a cold and uncaring world out there. A gatecrasher's world. Now you also understand. I really need to, formulate a way to make a video game based around Kenji's life. This man goes on adventures we have no idea about. And he has no idea about. Because he can't fucking see them! I just taught you a valuable lesson, dude. Knowledge is power. Why are you yelling at me? I'm a hero. He's not the hero we asked for, but god damn it, he's the hero we need. Look at you. You didn't even lock your door. The average woman could have killed you 1 billion times already, then replaced you with a female clone indistinguishable? It almost happened. What? What? It almost... What? Ignore the letter part, since it's too confusing. It's funny he should say that. He was unable to stop me from tackling him head-on, yet apparently a woman could have killed me 1 billion times. If this man is a hero, we're all fucked. What's that you got there? Somehow I was able to see the letter still in my hand. With how I've been waving it around, that's no surprise. I fold it back up quickly, but take care not to whip it behind my back or anything else. That'd be too suspicious. It seems like I'm jumpier than I thought I'd be without Monaco writing to me. I got a letter. Oh yeah? I put... You put that you? And you did... Oh, Kenji respects the privacy of other people's mails? He is the hero we need. I was sleeping. Then I woke up because I heard an explosion. What? What? I put on my helmet and then peeked outside to see what was going on. but it was just that student councilwoman banging on your door. It was the one without pink hair. She was knocking so loudly that it was obviously that she was filled with murderous rage. Rage at you. Then she somehow sensed me behind her, and I tried to escape, but it was too late. She caught me and started pointing at the door. I opened my mouth to tell him that she's deaf, but decided not to, for various reasons. I didn't really get it, and she got more and more pissed off, like an old man trying to use a touchscreen phone. She was going to kill me and replace me with a woman version. Oh no. It's okay, artists. Sheath the fucking Photoshop. I don't need that. No one needs that. But then But then the sunlight reflected off my glasses and blinded her, saving my life. You know, this is why I just carry flashbangs. It was like, behold, optic blast. What are you, a fucking Pokemon? That's one of your moves? Actually, that'd be dope. I don't get it how someone with glasses can be hurt by glasses. Well, it's, oh my god, it is like Pokemon. It's like how a psychic type is hurt by a psychic type. She uses them too. She should be immune to their death rays, but whatever. She gave me this envelope with your name on it and just left. Clearly, she was out for blood, so I lied and said you were away. I think you were away, right? I've been trying to ask you if you wanted to help me with my homework for a week now, but kept getting no answer. Welcome back, man. Thanks. Yeah, so she gave me this envelope and it had your name on it. I didn't want to hold on to it because what if it was a bomb? So I just shoved it under your door. You suspected it was a bomb, so you threw it into my room. Well, you did think I was away, so... Oh, I love Kenji's way of thinking. It's kind of like my own. Oh, God. You know, I'll say it again. If anyone ever decides to remaster this game with voice acting, I'm throwing my hat in the ring to play Kenji. I just have to be myself. I was going to tell you, but you got back before I could. There, at least it's not a bomb. Gee, thanks. I'm not going to help you out with your math homework because... what if your math textbook is a bomb? Can we stop saying bomb in a building full of children? He looks devastated. And also like he's considering the possibility that it really could be a bomb. I guess it is possible since no one really uses their math book all that much. I throw the letter on the dresser behind me and turn to leave, swinging the door shut behind me as I do. It collides against the tip of Kenji's shoe and bounces back open, while he hops around for a bit, acting like it hurt way more than it should have. And now he's in my room. Kenji is in my room. This is happening now. He's going to plant anthrax somewhere. Before I know it, he's already inside my room. I'm powerless to stop him before he scoops up the letter, strangely ignoring the towers of pill bottles surrounding it. Don't just read mail that isn't yours! As if after I literally just said you respect the privacy of other people's mail! Come on, what is it? A love letter from your girlfriend? Did she include any photos? Sexy photos? Why all of a sudden would you care? Wouldn't you consider that a huge problem to the war effort if your boy Sal had a girlfriend collaborating with a woman? Reclining against the dresser and paying no mind to the bottles he sends all over the floor by doing so, Kenji quietly reads through Wanako's letter. The process takes seemingly forever, and with how close he holds it to his face, makes it look like he's trying to eat it. I'm actually more surprised we are allowing this to happen. Who's a Wanako? I don't know. Do you want to go, though? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh! Oh, I can't be fucking stopped. Oh. My brain is tired. My ex-girlfriend. I heard a piano. I did. Ex-girlfriend, huh? This is a breakup letter, then. I thought they were a myth. Nowadays, they are a myth, because it usually just comes via text message. No, I guess it is, but really. She's been my ex-girlfriend for a while. Anyway, I think I'm already over it. Kenji gives a thumbs up, clearly relieved that I'm not going to take this into an awkward direction. Although I almost want to, since I told him not to read it. Yeah, that's a good attitude. It's alright. What? I had a bad breakup too, but you can't let it get you down. I mean, just look at me. Okay. I'm being serious now. I demand a prequel story about Kenji. What? Enough of prequels, let's talk about the present. Who hurt you? Where's the bitch that hurt my boy Kenji? We will bloody eagle this bitch. But hey, she wrote you a letter. Maybe she wants to get back together, huh? It says right there, write her back. You should do it. Is she cute? He's taking an awful lot of interest in the implications of a man being with the enemy. Maybe he was cloned. Do we do a blood test? Is that how you tell? For a guy who thinks feminists are working to enslave men everywhere, he really is interested in cute girls. I have a girlfriend. Besides, look at the context. She doesn't want me to write back just because that's what it says. That isn't what she means. But that's what she wrote. This rockfish kid chick. Rockfish kid chick. If I say it enough times, it's gonna make sense to me. Rockfish kid. Rockfish kid. Maybe if I say it really fast, it'll start making sense to me. Rockfish kid. Rockfish kid. Fucking what? Not important. It kind of is in my head, but not for you. This rockfish kid chick totally still wants you. It even says it right there. I read it. I know what it says. I told you, you have to look at the context. She said I drifted away from her, and everything there shows she accepted that. I think the reason she wrote to me is that she just wants to. I guess but we're done. But she doesn't want to get back together, or whatever you're thinking. So I think about it more, it sounds to me like I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. That's not a good place to be! I'm positive that she doesn't want me to write her back. I can live with that. If I were to write her back and get a less than desirable response or no response, then I would just be crushed. Or if you wrote it just a neutral sense, like, hey, Iwanako, hey, you rockfish kid chick. Would I get in trouble if I started calling women that at my workplace? Hey, you rockfish kid chick. Anyway. Just, hey, you rockfish kid chick. Things are well. I've met some new people. Tell her about, Shizune. Just tell about other things in general that are going on. You've adjusted. You're getting better. You're happy to hear from her. If she wanted to keep, giving updates and back and forth, then feel free to. That's simple. That's fine. It seems harmless. But that's coming from me. Why is this a problem? Why would you be crushed if she... my boy Sal is probably overthinking this. He is trying to make excuses because he doesn't want to make things more complicated than he feels they will be. They probably won't. I probably could guarantee you that they won't. But who knows? Oh my god, my brain's going back again to imagine the possibilities if there were new story routes and Iwanako actually came up to visit. Oof! Perhaps the fear of that is why I'm trying to justify my decision. It could be, but I don't want to think about it. The thought is oddly repulsive. Why is that such a big deal to you anyway? Because you should write back to her. She wants you to. I want to see what the response is going to be. Damn, it doesn't even have to be a nice letter. That's cool too. But you could write an angry letter and call her out. That's my new attack strategy. I'm just going to call women out. You should try it. Why don't we have more routes? Just bro routes. It doesn't have to be romance. Of course, if you ever want it, that's up to you. If you wanted to make a weird route like that. But a bro route with Kenji. The epic misadventures with Kenji. To put in some weird context, Kenji would be your Speedwagon. Oh man, the possibilities. Even if she wrote me a letter, you have to understand what that means. Writing someone a letter is different now. It's not something you just do, not in this kind of situation. You can pick up a phone and call someone across the world in an instant and talk to them almost like they were there with you. Or send them an email. They'll be notified instantly that you got it and can reply back, just like that. Or maybe handwriting a letter is more personal to some people. It feels that way to me, but again, like I said in previous episodes, I'm so goddamn old school that I might as well have been alive in the 30s or the 40s, walking around town in a suit, going, salutations! A letter can be a personal thing, but she wanted to keep me in an arm's distance. It's not like I can pop over there and visit her. If I had her number, I could call her, or if I had her email, I could mail her. If she really wanted to hear back from me, she would have dropped one of those in there. The more we go on about this, it really just seems like he's looking for excuses to not bother because he's worried it might complicate things with Shizune. I mean, I'm not a therapist. Oh, God, we'd be all fucked if I was. but it just really seems like it. And I think our boy Kenji here is calling that out. He's calling everyone out. Kenji is Speedwagon. I feel silly for continuously reassuring myself that I'm not fazed by Iwanako writing to me, when it's so obvious that I am. It could be like a gradual thing for her. She might be too shy to call you up. I remember my girlfriend would always send me text messages because she was so shy. It was annoying as hell, man. I need to know your girlfriend. I need to meet this woman. Why did we not have a bro route? I know there's technically a Kenji route. It's the bad ending where apparently Hisao falls off a fucking rooftop and dies. But how is there not a bro route with Kenji? It's like, it doesn't need to be romantic. It could be like, you don't need to like meet women and shit. You just gotta, just being around friends, being bros, you know? That can get people out of funks. That can help them find new meaning. Where was the Kenji route? I would love to have a sit down with the developers, but I hear the developers hate each other. I'd love to know things that could have been cut, you know? Like, or things they wanted to do, and this game truly was lightning in a bottle, and there'd be no way to ever try to expand on it. God damn! Who the fuck was Kenji fucking? I didn't really give a shit about phones, so I didn't have the thing. And it turns out I had to pay for every single one. But I don't like phones, so I couldn't even call her back to tell her to cut that out. I did it anyway, though. I called her out. I even used a phone. It was literally the call out. I guess it was. Even if he's right, it means that Iwanako still wants to keep her distance from me. She's not ready to chat with me comfortably. Why? Am I some kind of freak? I'm not reassured by her actions anyway. In that case, maybe I am overthinking it, but I just don't know. Kenji can't think of anything to say to that, and the silence that follows is so awkward and thick that I start to count the seconds until he makes up a reason to leave and excuses himself. Oh, my boy, who hurt you? In the Shizune route, we get to know so much more about Kenji, it's starting to break my heart there's not a bro route with him. I miss her. Your ex? Yeah. Even if she was insane, it was nice being with her. My back hurts. If she were still around, I could tell her to massage it. I don't know how to use an oven, either. I miss baked food. And we would go bowling in the hallway sometimes. I miss that too. I had a bowl all by myself during the last festival. Who hurt you? Who's this woman? The next time I play War Thunder, I'm going to vision every plane I shoot down as the cunt who hurt my boy. You bowl in the hallway? You're going to hit someone. That's besides the point right now, Hisao! She used to say that all the time. Kenji sighs nostalgically, clearly not appreciating just how badly someone can get hurt by slipping on a bowling pin. Apparently, neither did his girlfriend, since she bowled with him. What a strange definition of love, but I guess it's something. Maybe you should write her a letter. If she writes back, you can get married. Married? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, fine. But why not? You clearly like her, even though you hate women. Feminists. Not women. Feminists. There's a difference. There are non-feminist women. Damn, your discrimination is incredible. Correlation doesn't equal causation. Even if she is insane and a woman, doesn't mean she's a feminist insane woman. I am so taken aback by my boy. How are we not on a route with this man where we become best friends? This is astonishing. This is amazing. I should probably wrap up this conversation. Go. It's like how the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. If it's true, then by the relative property, the presence of evidence doesn't equal the evidence of presence. Actually, I think it is. And I don't think it's called relative property. No, shut up. It's mathematics. Are you saying math is wrong? I think he is wrong. So even Kenji has someone that he likes. I'm tempted to ask why he and his ex broke up, or to dig for more information in general, but I shouldn't. Not only would it be prying, but it might reverse the question back to me. This conversation makes me think about Shizune, although the thoughts I'm having are scattered and wispy. Just questions. I wonder if I even had the chance to love Iwanako. And this whole situation with her still stings me. A sour no in the back of my mind. I like Shizune much more, yet it feels like I am chasing her even now. I don't mind the chase, but I want to close that distance between us. Iwanako's letter is responsible, but I've also felt this way for a while. I've come closer, but it's not enough. I want to try again, right now. I told Kenji to get the fuck out so I can change. And then head for the student council room. The grounds are mostly deserted today, which is a shame, because it's so nice out. No answers when I knock. I try to go in anyway, but it's locked. When I pull my hand away from the doorknob, it's covered in dust. Looks like no one's been here since we left. Since I'm already here and dressed, I might as well go get something to eat in town. My wallet is back in my room, though. Oh, shit. Oh, what the fuck? On the way back, I stumble across Misha sitting down behind the main building. Her eyes are closed in sleep. She looks depressed when she sleeps. I look angry when I sleep. And, by the way, that's not me talking out of my ass. I have been told, Ryan, you are an angry sleeper. I'm a very angry person. Well, anyway, her eyes are closed in sleep and she looks very tranquil. It's always been hard to picture her not constantly bouncing around and hopping on the tips of her toes impatiently. My first instinct is call out to her and ask if she's seen Suzune, or if she wants to go to town with me. But now that I've seen her, I don't feel like disturbing her, so I leave her alone. Hey! End of a chapter! Hot damn! Perfect frickin' timing. I really was stretching this with time. Like, you can tell when I get really into it, and it's definitely the parts when Kenji's involved in going on one of his tangents, that time just literally escapes me. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna pause. There we go. It's been saved. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Adios.